Ireland is a land where the veil between the physical world and the realm of myth seems perpetually thin, a verdant jewel anchored in the restless currents of the North Atlantic. To speak of its beauty is to embark on a journey through a landscape that is as much a state of mind as it is a geographical reality, defined by an emerald intensity that defies the standard spectrum of green. This brilliance is born from a climate of soft mists and sudden, sweeping rains, the liquid sunshine that the locals speak of with a mix of weary affection and stoic endurance. This moisture nurtures the rolling pastures of the Midlands and the moss-draped forests of the Southwest, creating a backdrop that feels ancient and pulsing with life. The island's aesthetic is not merely a matter of scenery. It is a profound intersection of geology, history, and a culture that has learned to sing in the face of the wind. From the moment one sets foot on its soil, there is a sense of returning to something elemental, a feeling that the earth here has a memory that stretches back through Neolithic sun worshippers, Celtic warriors, and medieval monks who preserved the light of learning in the darkest of ages. The coastline of Ireland serves as a dramatic prologue to its interior, a jagged perimeter where the ocean has spent millennia sculpting the limestone and shale into monuments of defiance. Along the wild Atlantic Way, the cliffs rise like the walls of a forgotten fortress. The cliffs of Moher are perhaps the most iconic of these, standing as a sheer verticality of dark stone that plunges hundreds of feet into the churning white foam of the Atlantic. To stand at the edge is to feel the raw power of the elements, the salt spray catching the light, and the cry of the puffins lost in the roar of the gale. Yet, further north, the beauty takes on a more surreal, geometric character at the Giant's Causeway. Here, the volcanic past of the island is written in 40,000 basalt columns, interlocking like a honeycomb of the gods. It is a place where science tells a story of cooling magma, but the heart prefers the legend of Finn McCool, the giant who built the path to reach his rival in Scotland. This blending of the geological and the mythological is quintessential to the Irish experience. The landscape is never just rock and water, it is always a story waiting to be told. Moving inland, the ruggedness of the coast gives way to the melancholic grace of the peat bogs and the silent, heather-clad mountains. In Connemara, the light is different than anywhere else on earth. It is a shifting, pearlescent quality that can turn a mountain from a bruised purple to a shimmering silver. In the space of a single heartbeat, the 12 bends stand guard over a terrain of dark lakes and golden grasses, a place where the silence is so profound it feels heavy. There is a lonely majesty here, an emptiness that is not a void but a presence. It is in these quiet spaces that the soul of Ireland feels most accessible, far from the frantic pace of modern life. The stone walls, built with painstaking labor over centuries, crisscross the hillsides like a complex web of gray lace, marking the boundaries of small farms and the resilience of a people who coaxed a living from thin soil. These walls are a testament to human persistence, a man-made beauty that complements the wildness of the terrain rather than conquering it. The beauty of Ireland is also found in its ruins, which are scattered across the countryside like the discarded bones of history. There's a poignant elegance to an ivy-covered abbey or a crumbling tower house, standing solitary in a field of grazing sheep. Places like the Rock of Cashel, rising abruptly from the Golden Vale, evoke a sense of a royal and religious past that still commands respect. The high crosses of Monasterboice and the round towers of Glendalough speak of a time when Ireland was the island of saints and scholars, a beacon of culture in a fractured Europe. These sites are not mere museums. They are integrated into the landscape, reclaimed by the grass and the rain, serving as a constant reminder of the cyclical nature of time. Even the prehistoric passage tombs of Newgrange, older than the pyramids of Giza, possess a beauty that is both architectural and celestial. When the winter solstice sun penetrates the dark chamber, illuminating the ancient carvings, it creates a bridge between the modern observer and the Neolithic mind, a moment of profound beauty that transcends the passage of 5,000 years. The inland waters of Ireland offer a different, softer kind of allure. The River Shannon, the longest in the British Isles, meanders through the heart of the country, creating a ribbon of blue that connects the north to the south. Along its banks, the land is lush and fertile, a contrast to the stony deserts of the Burren. The Burren itself is a botanical wonder, a vast pavement of gray limestone that seems desolate at first glance, but reveals a hidden garden in its crevices. Arctic, alpine, and Mediterranean plants grow side by side in this strange microclimate, their delicate petals providing a startling contrast to the monochromatic stone. This is the paradox of Ireland, a place where the harsh and the delicate coexist in perfect balance. To the south, the lakes of Killarney reflect the surrounding mountains and the deep greens of the oak forests, creating a landscape so picturesque it feels like a romantic era painting come to life. The reflection of a red deer stag on the glassy surface of a lake at dawn is a vision of purity that captures the essence of the Irish wilderness. The villages and towns of Ireland contribute their own aesthetic to the island's charm. With their brightly painted storefronts and the warmth of their hearths, there is a visual rhythm to an Irish street. The deep blues, vibrant reds, and ochre yellows of the buildings standing defiantly against the gray skies. These are places where the beauty is found in the communal, in the sound of a fiddle echoing from a pub, or the steam rising from a bowl of hearty stew. The cities, too, have their own character, from the Georgian elegance of Dublin's squares to the bohemian spirit of Galway. Dublin, with its literary ghosts and its grand libraries, holds a beauty of intellect and history, while Galway, where the Corrib meets the sea, pulses with a youthful, artistic energy. The beauty of these urban centers lies in their human scale and their refusal to lose their soul to the homogenization of the modern world. As one travels further south into West Cork and Kerry, the landscape becomes more tropical in its intensity, thanks to the warming influence of the Gulf Stream. Here, palm trees and fuchsia hedges line the narrow, winding roads, and the air smells of gorse and sea salt. The Ring of Kerry and the Dingle Peninsula offer coastal views that are breathtaking in their scope, where the Skellig Islands rise from the sea like jagged teeth. These remote outposts, once home to ascetic monks, represent the extreme edge of the known world, a place of spiritual beauty and terrifying isolation. The contrast between the soft valleys of the interior and these harsh, oceanic outposts is what gives Ireland its dynamic character. It is never one thing. It is a kaleidoscope of textures and colors, a place where the weather is a performer and the land is its stage. Ultimately, the beauty of Ireland is inseparable from its spirit. It is found in the hospitality of its people, the richness of its language, and the deep-seated sense of belonging that the land inspires. It is a beauty that is not always easy or pretty. It can be haunting, melancholy, and raw, but it is always authentic. Whether it is the shadow of a cloud racing across a green field, the silver light of a moonlit bay, or the simple grace of a wild hawthorn tree, Ireland offers a visual and emotional richness that stays with the traveler long after they have left its shores. It is a place that reminds us of the power of nature to inspire wonder and the power of history to provide perspective. In the end, the true beauty of Ireland lies in its ability to make one feel both very small in the face of its ancient majesty and very much alive in the warmth of its enduring soul.